welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. Today we are at Alton Towers, the UK's largest theme park, for the opening day of the 2022 season. It's very busy today. It's actually a sold out day, so they're still doing reservations.
Not even
yeah, it's not even 10:15, it's like just gone past. And it's sold out, so they haven't actually checked reservations coming in, so technically you could come in. Typically my annual pass is still messing around here. The only park in the UK where my annual pass is like no. So then they scan it and it works with their little handheld ones. But anyway, yeah, we're here for 2 days today. 2 days over this weekend. Hopefully it'll be a bit quieter tomorrow. We're going to head towards the Wicker Man first.
Yeah.
Then head round towards Nemesis, that sort of direction. But today I'm sporting my new Chessington retro merch. We're in Alton Towers, so we're representing. You're representing Alton. I'm representing our local.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to head over to the Wicker Man. I'm pumped for today to go see what is happening in the park.
It's an excited atmosphere.
It is an excited atmosphere.
Across the park.
We literally set off at 5 AM to get here for 9. We got here about 15:15, and literally it was queuing to get in already. So like I say, it's about 22 at the moment. It's going to be busy. Let's have a look what's going on around the resort. Anything changed for the 2022 season. And yeah, we'll see you at the Wicker Man. So the first change of plan has occurred. We're not going to be going on the Wicker Man first, as the operators at the entrance are telling us that it's going to be running late. They haven't actually opened the queue yet, so it looks longer than it is. He's queuing out the front. But we're going to head over towards Forbidden Valley.
Yeah. Which we never do.
We never do. That is one of the best ways to head, because you can kind of get on Galactica and Nemesis before it gets too busy. People always head towards Smiler and Wicker Man first for this park. We will brave the queue for both of them at some point today, but we're going to be looking at an hour queue at least. I think with the Smiler we're going to be going. I want to go that way. Sorry. With the Smiler, I think that's going to be last ride of the day.
Yeah,
because
we've
park
got
shut.
late dinner reservations.
Yeah, park shuts at 6, so good hours for start of the season. I remember a few seasons ago, like 2017, 2018, where they'd be open till 4.
We had many a conversations on the vlog in the Sky Ride, talking about how it shut at 4, and we're like, oh, it's time to go.
But it's really busy. It's really good to see, and it's our first visit here since August last year.
My birthday.
Literally, we were meant to come here for Scarefest, but because we started getting involved with our flat, we couldn't come, and then we went to Disneyland. That took all our money. So yeah, we will be back here. We got our Merlin passes. They're always going to be, we're always going to be at Merlin parks. But yeah, let's head over to the Forbidden Valley and see if we've got a Nemesis. So we're now in the Forbidden Valley, and I can hear screams. So I don't know what's running. We heard the roar of a B&M. Whether it's Galactica or Nemesis, but hopefully Nemi will be open. Like I said, the benefit of coming to this end of the park first is it's very quiet. You've got like a few crowds. We should be able to basically walk on these two coasters. Me and Louise aren't the biggest fan of Galactica, so if it hasn't got a long queue, it's great. Nemesis is running with passengers, so let's get on Nemi. Already a queue on it, but you're looking about 20 minutes from there, so it's not too bad at all. But it just goes to show how busy it's going to be today. So for the first time this season, they're not using the extension queue that goes round by the lift. I wouldn't be surprised if they open it later, because it is going to get busy today. Like, bearing in mind the time is currently 9:56, and the park's technically not open, but they've started running the ride, and we're looking at a 15-20 minute queue, hopefully on a true train service. But yeah, we know Nemesis is going to be getting retracked at the end of this season, the whole thing apart from the brake run and lift hill. So that'll be interesting to see, especially with the retheme they're going to do on it, update the alien, and hopefully the whole of Forbidden Valley. Right, so first ride of the day done. We barely waited 20 minutes for that.
And now there's no queue.
There's literally no queue for it now, but that is going to put a smile on anyone's face. We sat second to the back, second row to the back because the last row is being used for the disability queue. But that, I don't know why that will need a retrack at the end of the season. Like, it's got a little rattle to it, but it's still
just intense.
It's still quite smooth. So the fact that they're going to retrack it is a really good thing, that they want to keep that coaster for years and years to come. Anyway, we're going to have a look at Galactica now, which there's a large collection of people. Maybe we won't.
Let's go on Nemesis.
I don't think it's actually open yet, that's why.
I didn't hear it running.
I saw it. It could have been testing. We'll come back to Galactica. I would like to get on it at least once this season. It's not one of my favourites, but you know, if the queue's short.
Nemesis again.
But yeah, the Retro Squad have returned for this season. We got 2 of the 3 original Retro Squad rides returning. However, Funk and Fly here is a different travelling version of the ride. It's the same ride. It's a Super Trooper, but it's a different travelling showman's ride.
I cried on that.
It is quite intense. It's got a different lighting package on it. It looks quite similar, and they have got all the Funk and Fly branding on it. It looks really good, this one. I do like this one. However, riding it was horrible. The other one that's returning is Roller Disco, which is the Waltzer, down by 13, and then there is a new one which is replacing Mixtape. Which is, what's it called, Lou? Do you remember?
Spin Jam.
Spin Jam. So that is what I believe it's a breakdancer or waltzer, that type of ride, which isn't going to be operating today as it's not fully set up. So we'll have to have a look at that when we're in the X sector. But
That is just going to be mad today.
it's going to be mad today. We're going to head down towards Duel, that sort of directions, get Congo River Rapids done, and I'm having a brilliant day so far. Not so much in the way of like paint jobs like you see at Fort Park and Chessington on their opening days.
It's just still clean and swept.
Yeah, if I look, all this has been jet washed, it looks really good. But yeah, if we spot anything new, we will let you know. New attractions this year are in CBeebies Land, so I doubt we'll be visiting there today. Been told. So yeah, let's head over towards the Gloomy Woods, see what's changed from Duel. Normally they do little bits of work to Duel over the closed season, so we'll see what they've done there. So when I say minor changes, like this used to be the blood red floor.
And I remember this.
It was quite slippery. It was quite slippery, wasn't it? Because it was like concrete or a resin.
Maybe they could have had red concrete.
I don't know. Is that possible?
Sure it is. They have it in playgrounds.
We got our refillable mug. They are still £8 for reactivation. No annual pass discount this year. I know there was a bit of confusion. Sometimes you could, sometimes you didn't get discount, depending on the member of staff. But apparently they've got rid of annual pass discount totally on that now, which isn't terrible because it's £8 for the day. And if you're sharing it like us, we'll drink 4, 5, 6.
Especially in this weather.
Oh yeah, it's hot. You will get dehydrated very quickly. The freestyle machines around the park, you can get water from. That is free. You don't need to bring an activated bottle. So if you want to cheap out, it's like £2 for a bottle of water, so it's not really cheaping out. If you just want standard tap water, you can get that at the freestyle machines. So with the work going on with Nemesis at the end of the season, with its retrack, I've been asking the question, I'm sure other enthusiasts have been asking the question, will something happen with Subterra? Looks like it's seen a bit of love and care. It's had some repaint done to it. The PAX logo on the front's been redone. Just some like paint work on the side, like this black line in here, and it looks like they've actually done some refurbishment work to the tank out the front. So it's just had a bit of TLC. The tyres are pumped back up. God, I'm out of breath after going up that hill. I need to get broken in for this season. But yeah, hopefully, I say this every season, hopefully when they retrack Nemesis and, you know, do it all up, they'll reopen that as a new ride. Oh yeah, it will be. Like, as far as I'm aware, they're going to be doing it over the closed season this year, so it might shut early.
It shut like end of August, end of summer holidays.
Yeah, definitely. Because I imagine it's going to be quite a task, isn't it? Because like getting the track pieces out isn't going to be easy, and they're retracking the whole thing other than the hill and the brake run and station.
Yeah.
So, like personally, I didn't think that was rough, and we were at the back.
I didn't find that rough at all. It's just intense.
It has a little jitter to it, and I imagine that's what it is. They want to repair it before it gets past that point.
There's many other rides I think could do with a retrack.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anyway, we're making our way down towards Gloomy Woods from the Forbidden Valley now. They've got all their events on, so this year they're returning the Festival of Thrills, Mardi Gras, Oktoberfest, good old Scarefest, which is 15 years and a new logo for it. Yeah, we need to do this as well. Yeah. And Christmas at Alton Towers, so plenty of events on throughout the year. Right, so entering Gloomy Wood now. Looks like just a few little things. I wonder if this sign is new. I've never really paid attention before, but that looks quite new. Let's go around the hedge towards Duel. This was not open all last season, this little stand. This used to be Nitrogenie. You've got a new sign for the Duel photos here. And the Duel building itself just looks like it's had a little clean down, looks a bit fresher. Just looks like they've done touch-ups, to be honest. Yeah, it is a haunted house at the end of the day. But yeah, I don't know whether it's just my imagination, but this column or tower looks like it's had some work done to it. And the actual facade here just looks like it's had minor work to it. Right guys, so gonna go on Duel now. Not allowed to film on the rides here, so we will see you when we get off of Duel. The Dead Walk. Oh, some new retro merch there. The haunted house, that's pretty cool. So just little works here. They've got the ghost girl working.
The pictures are working. They don't.
I was absolutely blown away by that ride on Duel. That is what I wanted from for Chessington with Tomb Blaster. For those who saw that vlog last week, you would have seen that not a lot of the effects were working, a lot of the lasers, the dots weren't working. However, on that one, everything's working. Every target, every single effect is working, new sound effects, all of that sort of thing, which really makes the ride complete. I love Duel. It was always better as a haunted house. I only managed to ride that as a child. You never rode it because it got changed in 2003,
no,
I believe.
My parents didn't love me, they didn't take me to the house.
But yeah, it's that's what I want to see. Stuff working, effects working. It's really good. Brilliant ride on that. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, we're heading into Katanga Canyon now. Don't know whether we're going to be going on the Runaway train quite yet, as the queue, as you can see. I know it's because it does a couple of laps. This is the 1992 designed by John Wardley. It's a Mack Rides powered Runaway train. Well, they have a Mack Rides powered Runaway train, but it's just the simple figure of 8 one, yeah. This was a custom layout. God, I am so unfit. I really need to break myself back in for the theme parks. I'm spending too much time at Disney.
Move around much. It's in the close season.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to have a look at the queue for the Runaway train. Do you want to maybe do it instead of queuing from halfway? We'll have a look at Congo River Rapids queue and then go from there, yeah?
I think we should go.
Decided we're going to go on the Runaway train. I don't think the queue's quite as bad. Look, we've got some rebranding here on the fast track. They seem to have done it across all the parks. Obviously, Chessington is now a reserve and ride, but we've got some new branding there that looks pretty cool. Like I said, I think the queue is a bit deceiving on this one. I think it's only about halfway, which is maybe a 15-minute queue. This is quite a good powered Mack coaster. It reminds me very much of the one at Europa Park. Very similar sprawled out layout on that one. Although theirs is very, very heavily themed. But yeah, it's not too long, maybe 15 minutes. So we'll see you when we get off of the Runaway train, the wildest ride in the wilderness. So it looks like some fresh paint on the train. Looks nice and fresh. Choo choo. I am loving these. There may be a purchase. There's going to be a $5 in there.
It doesn't actually say it on the back.
I'm loving the socks that Merlin have brought out this year.
So 7 to 11.
Based on the Chessington ones, it's a $5. Well, you can get the smaller ones, the kids size. That's at 9 to 12, kids size. God, I'm making a mess. Right, so an excellent ride on the Runaway train there, running really nice and fast. I didn't catch the name of the guy we met in the queue just now, but if you're
18-year-old guy.
18-year-old guy, we were talking about roller coasters and theme parks. If you're watching the video, hi! We've timed this just about right, and Congo River Rapids has just opened, which I'm surprised by, to be honest, because I would have thought by now they'd be open this before 11. Like it was always.
They open the other rides early.
And it's busy.
Yeah.
So this ride has always been one that's like opened later. I think earlier on in the season it was midday.
Runaway
Yeah, but now that opens from 10. Maybe it's just because this one takes a bit longer to check off in the morning, or they have less maintenance team, so they're like, let's leave this one till the end because it's not as popular. But this one is a bit of a crowd pleaser. It obviously eats up the crowds, but it can get busy. Now, when we were on the Runaway train, of which we only waited about 15 minutes, I wasn't really paying attention. I was nerding out with roller coaster chat. What were you paying attention?
No, I wasn't, and I never don't normally.
So yeah, while we were on the Runaway train, there was no one on it, so it's testing. In fact, the cars are still empty, so hopefully it means that we'll be getting on straight away. There's a jelly bean monorail. Look at that for a view. And over here we've got Big Bob burning brightly. We'll have a look at the queues on the app in a minute and see what we're going to be going on next after this. It's always nice to get a quick ride there. That was basically a walk-on for us. We maybe made like 2 minutes on the main turntable, just to board. So at the moment we're doing quite good on our ride count. We've done Nemesis, we've done Duel. Yeah, bearing in mind what the time is and how busy it is today, we have just looked on the app. Apparently the Wicker Man is at capacity 150-minute queue. So I don't know, we're going to walk past it and have a look. Failing that, the Dark Forest, Rita and 13, they were about 20 minutes to half an hour. Rita's at half an hour. Gangsta Granny, half an hour queue. Wouldn't mind getting on that today. Yeah, later on.
Probably after the Dark Forest, because it's kind of that direction.
Yeah, definitely. But it is very busy. Probably the busiest I've seen at an opening day in ever.
Great,
it is. It's really good to see. Because the more people that come here, the more investments they have. Come back towards the entrance of the park and Mutiny Bay, crowd levels have dispersed a little bit.
They've gone different there.
It will be interesting to see in about an hour's time when everyone's settled, got their first ride done.
Me and Luke have got a top tip.
What's that?
You want to come to do the Wicker Man, you want to do it at lunchtime or just after.
Yes, that's when the queue.
100% top.
Because people rush to it when the park first opens. It's very samey with the Smiler. When it first opens, Smiler and Wicker Man, people just head straight to them. So if you want to beat the queues, I suggest going elsewhere and coming back to them two roller coasters. We are going to have a look at the Wicker Man queue. It's advertising 150 minutes, which is it's just coming out the entrance. I think it's not even using the extension. So let's have a quick look and then we'll decide what we're going to do. So Big Bob's seen some work this season. He's got some new screens in him with new flame effects. They're a lot more prominent than they used to be. Look really good actually. I'd like to see them in the dark. The smoke effects working the same, but yeah, I do like the new flame effects. It's advertising 150 minute this queue. I don't believe that for a second. I think they've closed it because it's at capacity, but it's currently at the back of the helix, so I don't know. Unless it's running one train, which I very much doubt. We'll have to have a look in a second. I think this might be the next ride of the day. So like I say, it's advertising 150 minutes. I think it might be just coming up from a breakdown. I did just hear it running. What did you get given, Lou?
Money. No, it's not money.
So they gave us this to us as we joined the queue. Please hand this slip to a member of staff at the end of the queue line. Oh, I think this is to work out what the queue length is.
I thought it was baggage.
Well, yeah, but that's when they tell when we're at the front of the queue. So it's time in, time out. Interesting. But yeah, look, Big Bob's new flame effects are running. Like I say, I think it might be broken down, but we're from where the queue ends, which is just past the helix, we're looking at maybe like 40 minutes on a good day. So we're going to brave that because this will get busy again. Hopefully we won't be kicked out of the queue like we normally do when these rides break down. so we've decided against going on the Wicker Man again because, yes, sadly, I believe it is 150 minutes. They appear to only be running one train.
And it's slow dispatch anyway.
Literally, like, it comes into the brake run. Normally, if it's running 3 trains, it comes into the brake run and you've got one going up the hill.
The annoying thing is the queue's really short, but
if it was running 3 trains, you're talking like half hour, 40 minutes tops. But it's busying up all over the park, but literally the queue is not moving and it's just painful to watch.
32 people, 4 minutes later, 32 people.
Yeah, precisely.
Like, no.
So we bit the bullet, we'll come back later. Worst case, we're here tomorrow if we can't get on it. Hopefully it'll be running more trains.
Very sad if I can't get on.
It will be very sad. But like I say, there's no way that's running 2 trains. No way.
I mean, we waited.
We watched a few trains.
15 minutes.
There was about 4 minutes between each train coming out. So if they were running 2, you'd expect it to be like a short delay before it comes back into the brake run. When it's running 3 trains, like I say, it hits the brake run, the next one starts going up. But yeah, we're going to head towards Dark Forest, or do you want to go into X Sector? Should we have a look at some queue times? What do you want to do?
I feel like we should go like Gangsta Granny way.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Like, see how that is. Have a look at
the dungeons, maybe. See how much they want for that this year. Get a ride on that, maybe.
He's obsessed with the dungeons.
I do like the dungeons. They're a good laugh, and the Alton Towers dungeons are good. We like to do it once or twice a season. So we'll see you over by the dungeons.
The paper they gave me.
Well, how long's the queue? Too long. So the great thing about Alton Towers is it is a park of natural beauty with the towers ruins at the centre of the park. They've done more work along here. The path along here has all been so smooth. I'd love to drive my car along here. If only the roads were done like this. But yeah, when the skies are blue like today, it does look spectacular. And these towers, they are slowly renovating them up. Hopefully the stained glass windows should be redone very soon at the front, just behind these trees here. So yeah, once they do that, that will look spectacular. Yeah, here we go, the Alton Towers ruins. There we go, all sprawled out. Looks like they've got rid of all the benches down at the front for the last couple of seasons they had. It's a bit of a shame, the stage is still down there. Typically you can't see because the trees are all in the way. But yeah, the stage you can just about make out over here, behind this tree. Yeah, all the benches and picnic places are gone. Yeah, all the path has been done all over the park. And the stained glass windows, looks like they're done now, look at that. Very good. I imagine if they get backlit behind them, they'll look spectacular. So as we enter the X Sector, looks like the signs had a little bit of a clear up this season. Smiler's advertising a 90-minute queue, but it's not actually queuing, I mean, it's extension line up here, which normally when it's that long, it queues through here. So we might jump on this one if the queue's not too bad. Oblivion's advertising a 35-minute queue, but we may end up on the Smiler. Okay, so it's advertising 90 minutes, and unless they're doing a Wicker Man on us, the queue is not that long at all. Do you reckon they're doing a Wicker Man on us though?
I reckon it could be an hour.
Like I say, we're going to give it a go, because we've queued from here before and it's been like an hour. God, Lou, do you remember the time you needed the toilet really bad? Bad memories. By far one of the best roller coasters in the UK. The Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster that is the Smiler is spectacular. Like, world's first 14 inversion coaster, it holds the record currently. And when they're running the 2 trains in synchronisation, which they currently are at the moment, it looks amazing. Like I say, look, this queue is not 90 minutes long for those who have been in it before. It would be queuing for all this. Yeah, going through the cages as it runs above our heads. God, I can't even find it, the sun's too bright. So the end of the queue is from here, so we've literally got this part and the final zigzag. So I'd probably say they're running all the trains, maybe 50 minutes, we'll see. minutes for the Smiler there, running 3 trains and very good operation. Now we've come out of the Smiler, we can have a look at the new Retro Squad edition, which I've forgotten the name of, we're going to have to put it below. But this is opening soon. As you can see, it hasn't actually got any Retro Squad branding on it at the moment. It's Captain America on it. It's called the Air Raid normally, by the looks of it. They have one of these actually at Adventure Island by the tidal wave slides. But it's good to see they're actually putting it in. Looks like it's having quite a permanent queue put in. Look, proper ramps and all that down low. Don't know how well you can see through the mesh. But yeah, nice installation there. So now with the Smiler done, what did you think of that? We're on the back row.
It was quite intense on the back.
It had a rattle to it, but I did enjoy it. It is intense.
And now the queue has gone down.
Yeah, we seem to be really unlucky. We're going to head over towards Gangsta Granny, Dark Forest area of the park, and I guess we'll see you over there and then go from there. So on our way up to the Dark Forest, we've stopped for lunch.
Film me, I'm
always going to catch you eating. We stopped off for lunch. We just got something from the Just Chicken stand. Is it Just Chicken? I can't remember the branding now. And I just remembered I've taken a bite into my burger. Merlin are now running their food through Aramark, which is this global food company. And yeah, I'm very impressed. Like, we just got this. I've taken a bite out of the burger, so I apologise. But it looks good and it tastes really good, doesn't it, Lou? All of this.
Very, very nice. That's a lot of food.
I know that. I think that was $9.25, and this was $9.50. But I upgraded to a feast because I'm fat. And it comes with 2 chicken dippers and a side. Now, with our annual pass discount, the total meal came to £16. That includes a drink. I've got to say, based on what we've tasted so far, even the chips, the food quality is just better. I know people were a bit dubious about Aramark taking over. I think it's Aramark, I might be saying it wrong. But they are literally everywhere. They even do catering for prisons, apparently.
Doesn't taste like prison food, not that I would know, but
I'm sure the standard is a bit different. But yeah, very impressed with the food offerings here. Haven't really looked at the snack offerings, but we're going to chow down and eat this and then head up towards the Dark Forest. So as we come towards the world of David Walliams, you would never let that go. I once called this place Walliams World. Louise has never let it go.
Isn't it?
But yeah, we've got the Alton Towers dungeons over here, which we'll have a look at later. I don't think we'll do it today. We're going to have a quick look in Walliams World. They do have the Sizzler here, the Flavio's famous Fandango, whatever it's called. That was a temporary ride, which is staying. Yeah, that was only an opening year thing. We're going to have a look at the queue for the Gangsta Granny ride and make a decision if we're going to ride it. It is, look at it, very popular with the younger families. This is a recurring theme from last season. We've come over towards Gangsta Granny the ride and it's broken down. Queue's just coming out now. It does, it's happened a lot with us. It had a 50-minute queue. So do you want to head over into the Dark Forest and then maybe if we're lucky we can come back and catch this when it reopens. But yeah, no Gangsta Granny for us. I'm liking these light posts are new, aren't they? So yeah, it's just a light post, but it's got some theming on it. I really like them, they're pretty cool. Down in the Dark Forest now, and we were going to go on Rita, but we're just in the queue for it. And well, I say we saw the queue. We saw the disability queue and the fast track queue, and it looks quite long. Can't see the main queue until we get around here. It's advertising 50 minutes at the moment, so we'll soon decide. 13's advertising 60 minutes, but I reckon it's the other way around if I'm quite honest. So there's been a bit of TLC along here. The Towers Love and Care team have put some foliage along here, and Rita's sign has actually had a bit of a repaint, so that's looking a lot fresher. I know they washed it out quite bad. So 60 minutes, but I think, like as Louise said, we'll give it a miss for now. Maybe come back to it tomorrow. As I know you prefer 13 over Rita any day.
Okay.
So let's go down to the woods today. So again, it looks like they've just done some work on the marquee along there. We'll soon know whether the queue is 60 minutes long. There goes old Rita. Old Rita, 2005 intermittent accelerator from 2005.
Still younger than Luke, though.
It's not hard. So it's for a 60-minute queue. I expect it to be in the cattle pens up this end. So let's get down there and have a look. Looks like they've done a bit of tree removal along here, or I don't know whether it's just because last time we came here the trees were all green. It's a bit early on in the year, as I said earlier. But yeah, much cleaner along here. All social distancing markers and all that have gone. That goes without saying now. So yeah, let's get to the 13 queue, see how long the queue is. Okay, so an hour would normally be a wait from about here, I'd say. All depends on their operations, whether they're running all trains, but it's queuing from just over there. So you've got a little cow pen that goes off to the left, and then it goes up to the main station. There's a couple of zigzags through there. But Louise, you've documented the time. And we will see you when we get off of 13. So a quick 45-minute queue for 13 there, not bad at all. Good operations on that, nice and fast. One thing that I failed to mention in the earlier parts of the vlog is they're actually using all of the bag holds now, aren't they? They've actually been boarded up for quite a few seasons. I want to say the last 4 or 5 seasons, especially on 13, the Smiler. And yeah, they're actually using them again. It's good to see, because it really does improve dispatch times and makes it a hell of a lot quicker to get the trains out. Good operations on there, good ride. Row 7. Anyway, now we're not entirely sure what we're going to do. We're going to have a look, see if Gangsta Granny's back up. Yeah. Failing that, we're going to catch the Sky Road back to Forbidden Valley and go down from Forbidden Valley, go on Galactica maybe, Duel again, and then head round. Maybe Wicker Man, but we're not in a massive rush for that because it has now been confirmed they are running one train all day. So we may be doing that one tomorrow. As even last ride of the day, you're still looking at a good hour, hour and a half for a short little queue. So we come over to Gangsta Granny again, and we sat here for about 10 minutes, and that actually just opened. It literally just come up now, so rather than a 50-minute wait, it'll be like a 5-minute wait, if that. We were
very triggered because the man kept touching the rope like he was opening it.
Everyone was drawing over. But yeah, this opened last year. It was a new edition for 2020, but they opened it last year because of the pandemic. And yeah, won't be able to film on this one, guys, so we will see you when we get off of Gangsta Granny. Hopefully we'll have some crown jewels with us. So, as you saw there, the beefeaters weren't happy that I'm wearing Chessington merch in Alton Towers.
At least I didn't have to do it. I would never have fit through that.
The doggy door, which I can barely fit through. My bum didn't get stuck. So you can't go wrong with a quick 5-minute queue for that. That ride can get such a long queue. You're talking like 50 minutes on your average day. Yeah. But all the effects are working, still working as normal.
Unfortunately, the fart smell at the end still working.
Yeah, the pickled onion smell. The entertainers are all out, and as you saw, well, you caught the tail end of it, didn't you? Where they maybe crawl through the hatch.
It was just so quick, and you were just so quick through the hole.
I am, you know. They asked me to do it, so I did. I was like, hold my drink.
Hold my weed.
We're going to go over to the Sky Ride now, and I think we're going to go to Forbidden Valley.
He's desperate to get on Galactica.
I want to see what the queue's like. Failing that, Nemesis is only on a 20-minute queue, and I could smash Nemesis again. So, Sky Ride has a short little queue, probably looking at about 10 minutes on this. Bee's walking over there. Temperature's starting to drop a bit now. I have to get my hoodie out in a minute.
Cold.
As the wind is picking up. So back in the Forbidden Valley now. We've just come off the Sky Ride. It took a little bit longer than we wanted because it was like a long queue. It kept stopping. Got the valley for the gardens down here. and we've come around the back route, which this path just down here used to be the walk to the hotels. In fact, I don't know whether this old sign back here on the other side says anything, but you used to be able to walk all the way to the hotels from here. What does it say? So there you go, Forbidden Valley, Nemesis and Galactica. So yeah, you used to be able to walk down there all the way back to the hotels. So here we are, the Funkin' Flyers we saw earlier in action. I actually prefer this one. There's not a lot of difference. Like I said earlier, it's the same model, just a different travelling showman. They've got different lights on it, and it just looks a bit sleeker in my mind. Different colour purple on the lights. Yeah, it does look good, but it is an intense ride. So according to the app, Nemesis is down at the moment though. It's having a bit of downtime. So we're over by Galactica now, the 2002 B&M flying coaster, the first one ever to be built, designed by John Wardley. As a lot of the secret weapons, well actually all the secret weapons were up until Wicker Man. He kind of like had a go at it, but he was called in on Wicker Man for some consulting and changed the first drop to a double down. And he wanted to change some other elements, but it was too late. Anyway, what's the queue like on this? It's not queuing up the top. Oh no, it's queuing at the top. It's just queuing from there, Lou. Decided against going on Galactica because of its long queue. It is queuing right at the top using the old queue. They only opened it a couple of seasons ago. And they can be quite slow. They are quite slow. We're literally, since we've been here, only one train has gone around, which I said to Louise is a little bit strange really, because this roller coaster literally had dual stations. It used to really whack the trains out. I can't remember exactly how many trains it had when it opened, but the point of the dual stations was so they could literally whack trains out. I think they had like 4, maybe 5 trains for it originally, but the operations on Galactica are quite slow. Probably needs a bit of a refurb in my opinion. It's probably my least favourite secret weapon in the park if I'm quite honest, mainly due to its slow operations and long queue. It always has a long queue. Never used to though, did it? No. Do you remember I used to be able to come on this on a walk on? I think they've lost a couple of trains on it. I don't think it has more than 2 trains now, which really can affect it because it is popular. Yeah, because it looks really impressive. It is, and it's a unique, you know, so it's the only, well, I say it's the only flying coaster in the UK. You have Hero at Flamingo Land. But who wants to go on a Zamperla Velour when you can go on a B&M flyer? Like, it's comfortable, it's just, you have to lay in the brake run for a while, it can be quite uncomfortable. Anyway, as far as I'm aware, like I said, I think Nemesis is still down. They were moving it in the brake run a minute ago, so we're going to have a walk past. But I very much doubt it's on the 20-minute queue anymore because the queue was still open when we entered the area. So Nemesis is currently testing. Looks like it's going to be coming back up and running, but the queue is now in its extension right up to the top, so it's not going to be a 15-20 minute wait as it said on the app a minute ago. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what they have to offer with this track retrack. As Louise just said, I don't think it needs a retrack. It has a little rattle to it, but I know that
like a not re-theme, but you know, re-look
at TLC. Yeah. So they're going to be filling the track with sand, which is a common tactic to make them quieter. Now, some people have been like, oh, that's going to really take the B&M roar away, and you know what you mean if you've been in this park. You'll hear it in a minute. Nemesis roars, and it is an absolute beautiful noise that it makes. So by filling the sand and the supports and track up with sand, it will muffle it slightly. However, Nemesis Inferno at Thorpe Park, which is also a B&M invert, is already sand filled. That still has a bit of a roar to it. It's nowhere near as loud as Nemesis, but it won't completely take it away. Let's just have a listen to that beast roar. So the retrack will also extend to redoing the station. I know it was repainted a little while ago, but the Nemesis station is starting to go into a bit of disrepair. Like for example around here, it is just plywood, and it has held up very well considering how old it is. I think they're going to strip it back to the warehouse and give it a total makeover. If they do it right, it can last for a lot longer. But yeah, Nemesis in the past few years really has started to fall apart and crumble, cracks showing all over it. And it is a beautiful ride, it's some excellent theming. I'd probably go as far to say it is the best themed roller coaster in the UK. Like there are others out there. The hugs the terrain, the station, this is the largest theming element you ever see. Like, it's ginormous and the ride revolves around it. And if you come down into the pit like this, you can really see like how much work went into this coaster. Little theming elements down here you wouldn't normally see. Guys, they're cranking the trains back out. It is now running. Coming through to Subterra now. I've actually got the like metal detectors, or the fake metal detectors, pulled out. Don't know whether the camera will see, but you can just about make out the lifts in there. They are lift in motion, and then yeah, it was a fake lift, but you go through the other side. Oh, the focus is pulled, and that's where it would go through to the actual ride. Right, so when I walk back through Gloomywood, it would be insulting not to go on Duel, especially after the great ride we had in it earlier. Again, won't be able to film on this one, guys, so we'll see you when we've duelled with the ghosts. Well, even this one's ended up with a little queue, just the entrance, maybe about 5 or 10 minutes from there. Prepare to duel. So we've come off of our ride on Duel. Looks like we're not going to be able to head up towards Congo River Rapids. The pathway is closed off. They're diverting people off down what's it called? The Haunted Hollow. We're in Gloomywoods. They haven't actually got the pathway open that goes underneath the Wicker Man, because I noticed it was closed earlier. So
they're doing their groundwork.
We're going to head over towards Oblivion now, I think, because that was only on like a 10-15 minute queue. That is fresh. I was wondering whether that was new earlier. It definitely is new. Do not recall that being there at all. So we're going to go through the Haunted Hollow. The sun is starting to set now and just getting the golden hour come through. Had a really good day so far. Like, all the rides have been open. Nothing's really been down today. The only disappointment for me is the fact that Wicker Man's running one train.
Yeah, that's a huge
but we've just seen on the app that Oblivion's only got 15-minute queues, so we're going to do that. And then I think potentially. And then I think we're going to plan to go on Wicker Man, as even if it's got an hour and a half queue, we've got time to kill because our dinner isn't until 7:30. The park shuts at 6.
How
so
foolish.
Let's go on over to X Sector and get on Oblivion. So now we're out on the green in front of the towers. Looks so scenic as the sun is starting to go down. A lot of the crowds are leaving now. A lot of the crowds. I'm surprised people are on battle galleons, because although it looks super nice, it's probably starting to drop to around 7-8 degrees now. It's a bit chilly. Oblivion is currently on a 10-minute queue, so we're going over to that, as I said earlier. I do love Oblivion. It is a one-trick pony, but it's a very good Alex one trick, isn't it though?
It's so cool to watch it as well.
Yeah, it is. I'll have to get some off-ride shots. I never get shots of this one when we're on it. As I was saying earlier, the green has totally changed. They've stripped it right back at the moment, so there's nothing on it, no tents or anything. All the picnic benches are gone, which made me wonder, maybe they rented the picnic benches? I don't know, because I can't imagine they could store them very easily. They're not like...
Bloody hundreds of them.
It's not like they were flat packed, and I don't know how well you can see it because of the sun glare, but the stage is over here and it's in the process of being set up or taken down. I can't quite tell. The sun glare is so bad, and I'm wearing sunglasses.
It's very bare.
Yeah, like, I wonder if they're going to be putting something else there. They might be setting it back up. We'll just have to keep an eye on it through the season, because it was a really good hub for all of the various events they had on throughout the year, especially Oktoberfest and Mardi Gras. To go into Oblivion. It's advertising a half-an-hour queue now, so this could end up being the last ride of the day. Secret Weapon 4, like I said earlier, it is a one-trick pony, but it does it very well. Oblivion being the world's first vertical drop roller coaster manufactured by B&M. It actually doesn't have a 90-degree drop. It's like 89.1 or something degrees. But yeah, as we come around here, you can actually see the other Retro Squad ride, Air Raid, it's been done. Air Raid, Do you remember the name? Because I don't.
Who? Spin Down.
That's the one. See, I just...
Not a catchy name.
No, it isn't.
Like Funkenfly, that's cool.
And Roller Disco and Mixtape. I know Mixtape was very popular. We never actually rode it, and I don't know why, because it looks like the least intense one there. It's just like a bouncy ride.
So busy, wasn't it?
The queue was long for it. Hopefully we'll get on this one within the next 15-20 minutes. Like I say, the queue is relatively long. So yeah, I think the queue is a little bit longer than first anticipated. So this will most likely be our last ride. Meaning that in this vlog at least, we will not be going on Wicker Man. We'll be on our first ride tomorrow.
Restricted vision.
So we just come off of Oblivion and we made our way over to the Wicker Man. This route we ran.
1 minute late.
1 minute late and just missed the show. I didn't get a chance to film when we got off Oblivion. So we were like, we can make this. And sadly we didn't. It is still running one train and the queue is longer than earlier. So I don't know, because our dinner reservation was in an hour and a half. So I think it would have been cutting it quite tight. But it's quite tight. Oh God, to run and not make it. We've done it before and we've made it, haven't we?
We ran away.
Literally from Oblivion as well. But yeah, still running one train operations. The fire effect looks a lot nicer in the dark, doesn't it? Really good fire effect. Sadly, Big Bob will be ridden tomorrow. Anyway guys, we're going to have a look around the Wicker Man shop, which I won't film because there shouldn't be any new merch in there. However, we'll be looking at Towers Street before we come to Towers Street before we leave, and we'll then give you a wrap up of the day and sign off. So we're now in Towers Trading Co, which is the main shop on Towers Street. Yeah, a little bit of a queue to get in. They're staggering them in still, which there's no restrictions, but I guess it avoids shoplifting and overcrowding. But yeah, let's have a look at some of the new merch. There's a lot of new Wicker Man merch. They seem to come out with like new lines of clothes every year. I do like the t-shirt they got here, and that shirt is quite nice. But yeah, they don't have the zip-up hoodies that they did. What was it, last season that I got it? I do like that. £22 for that. And the quality is quite good. It's all embroidered, and it's, you know, got the extra layer on it, so it will last. It's not just print stuff, which is what I like. You know, the print stuff obviously is available, so it's a little bit cheaper, but it will wear out over time. Selection of, well, they're not Christmas jumpers, but they are sweatshirts. 13 knit sweaters. But more Smiler merch over here. Again, I really like the Smiler merch. And Louise has just spotted an umbrella, which I think we do need a new umbrella, as my Europa Park one, which is in the car, got some oil over it and it's stained it quite badly. So how much is the new umbrella? Doesn't say. Does it say on the side of the bin? No. Looks like the bit of blue tack has fallen off that's holding it on. Got some 2022, I want to say Christmas jumpers, but they're not. They have no like Christmas theme, so I don't know why you'd want to buy them.
What does it say?
Frill Tour 2022. These are £40, so you can get your 20% discount on it. Yeah, they are a bit steep. Like, if it was Christmas themes, you'd be like, okay, fair enough. Over this side, we got the Monopoly board and then the generic Alton Towers merch. This seems to be a theme that they're bringing across on all their t-shirts. Again, embroidered. I do like the hoodie. Yeah, I'm liking all of the Alton Towers merch. They've still got Oktoberfest merch here, Lou. So this, you know, Oktoberfest isn't until October, well, September time to October. It's nice they got the merch available, including including Scarefest mugs, you know, cups. It's quite cool to see them throughout the season. These are obviously overspill from earlier on in the year. So here's what I'm talking about now. We've got our Christmas jumpers here. Instead of ha ha ha, we got ho ho ho. I really like that.
Winter scarf to match.
Winter scarf to match. The generic Alton Towers Christmas jumper here. Again, this is Christmas themed, so you don't mind paying out for it because you can have it as a Christmas jumper. £33 for the generic Alton Towers one. And let's see, how much is the Smiler one? Also £33, which is strange when you think the other ones are £40. They've got more of the retro merch along here. This one's new, the Katanga Canyon one. I do like this. This is a similar style, same style t-shirt as my one that I'm wearing today, the Chesterton one. In fact, all of them are. This one was available last season, as was the Flume and Black Hole. But yeah, I do like that Katanga Canyon t-shirt. Yeah, it is a print. That's the only downside. And it's 25 quid. In Chesterton, their retro stuff is only 20. Bit of a closer look at the Smiler merch. I'm liking these t-shirts here. These are pretty cool. The little kids one. But yeah, these are like tricolour ones.
Cool.
They are cool, and the quality of them is amazing. Like, they're pretty thick, all embroidered and stitched pretty well. Like, I would be happy to buy that. And again, £22 for the t-shirts. Right guys, so a pretty impressive new lineup of merch there. You know, we didn't get anything today. Maybe on next visit. I've got my eye on that Smiler Christmas jumper. I do like that, and the socks. I might get some socks tomorrow because I am running a little bit short. Yeah, they back them up in the station. But anyway guys, that is all from our first vlog at Alton Towers for the 2022 season. No doubt we'll be back here throughout the season. We do love coming here. I think last year we came here like every month. We didn't vlog every month, but up till August we came every month. But yeah, had a really good day. We're back here tomorrow. I won't be vlogging that, but
we'll be Instagramming though.
We will be Instagramming that, so make sure you're following us on the Instagram. And subscribe, and don't miss out on any future vlogs. We're posting weekly now, so we will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye. Bye.